get ready to go down there, Bradley.
Yep, absolutely right there. Just a few riders got in their grid slot here. I'll be interested to see how Martin Morris will carve through the field over the following 6 laps. But we do have a green flag at the back. All eyes to the lights. The lights are out then, and we are away racing for the first race of the Sunday programme. And then Josh Harvey from third on the grid then is the man who will make them take the lead there. He makes the whole shot, takes the race lead ahead of Matt Weatherall. So it is the number 11 red Yamaha of Josh Harvey ahead of the number 9 Suzuki, the black and blue Suzuki there of Matt Weatherall. So when they come over towards Charlie's, Keith, you will see the former Thunderbike Ultra champion leading the way ahead of the former Mini Twin champion.
Yes, indeed, that is exactly as you called it, my friend. Down into the dip they go, and Matt doesn't seem to be in a hurry to try and find a way past, or maybe he just can't find a way past. I'm not quite sure what the state of play there is, but they go up pretty much pretty evenly matched as well, almost exactly the same sort of speed, about a bike length separating them. We're going to wait till they come back into view as they come round Charlie's and see if there's been any change, and I think there might be if I've got my colours seen. Yeah, indeed, that is Weatherall who's hit the front. I'm sure that can't be a park. It must have been a mistake by the leader there, because there's no way Weatherall was that close, or maybe he just pulled a really brave move. Not quite sure, but that is Weatherall who's going to lead them into the chicane, and hopefully out of the chicane as well, as they power the way through. Just watching everybody else make their way down. I can't notice Martin Morris there, but I imagine that he's probably going to be in midfield by the time we get to the end of the first lap there, Bradley.
Yeah, I mean, just see him making his way around looking at the outside of someone into the bottom of the mountain there. So Martin Morris around the outside, I believe that it's difficult to tell from this distance there. He's in the thick of the things with the Supertwins, however. But you're right, it is Matt Weatherall who now leads the way ahead of Josh Harvey. Now, the top 3 seem to be trying to make a break here, and that is to say that Tommy Downs on the first of the Supertwins is looking to go with them, but it is the number 9 of Matt Weatherall, the man who took the victory yesterday. He leads the way by 0.8 of a second over Josh Harvey. Then it's Tommy Downs who drops 2 positions, but still remains at the top of the Supertwins. Then it's Mercer, Russo, Iatrakis, Ollie Arbin makes up 6 positions ahead of Houghton, May, Sean Wallace. Darren Taylor, the rookie, makes up 13 positions from towards the back of the grid there. Then it's Stone Beasley. Martin Morris makes up 15 positions, and towards the bottom of the order there, but I'm sure he was out there on circuit, so it could well be a transponder issue here or something there for the man behind the race shack there, number 77, Joe White. But nonetheless, it is Weatherall who leads the way by just shy of 0.9 of a second over Josh Harvey, Tommy Downs, Dan Mercer and Russo. But Iatrakis, Arbin, Houghton and May, that's 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th in the Supertwins then. We're looking at number 37 in 6th place overall, Keith. That's where the battle for the Supertwins lies.
Got a problem here for the number 10 machine. It's just rolling to a halt, coming into the grass there. Unfortunately, that's Robert Bean on board the mean green Bean Motorcycles ZXR 750. Unfortunately, it looks quite so mean now as he parks it up against the tyres there, just at the bottom of the dip. So that's going to be recovery after the race, but he's well away from any sort of danger there. So that's a great shame for him. Very frustrating way to end your race as Weatherall continues to lead this race. And I'm just wondering, Tommy Downs, he dominated proceedings yesterday in the dodgy conditions, of course. You wonder if there's been a setup change, or maybe the dry weather just suits Matt Suzuki a little bit better. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but I was expecting Tommy to be right up there battling with Matt, but he comes across the line. He's 3.5 seconds behind Matt at this stage, isn't he?
Yeah, you're right there. It's on the end of the first flying laps there. It's Weatherall and Harvey both in the 37s. Nobody else even in the 38s yet. It's Tommy Downs with a woman at 39 up next, and it's Mercer out of Russo, Iatrakis, Arbin. Of course, Joe White, I believe, does have a bit of a glitch with the transponder here, because he's dropping down the timing screen, but he is in that battle around about 4th or 5th place there for Joe White on the number 77 Suzuki. Let's have a look then at the Supertwins, Iatrakis, Arbin, Houghton and May, and let's have a look in 0.7 of a second between Iatrakis and Arbin, and then 0.1 of a second between Craig Houghton and Malvern May then. Darren Taylor, the rookie Thunderbike Sport rider, makes up another position then, and I don't know what it's like your end, Keith, but it's starting to warm up here with the sun coming out even more.
Well, I'm not quite feeling the full greenhouse effect yet, but no doubt that will be something I've got something to look forward to very shortly. And having said that, I'd much rather have the greenhouse effect in here than it was raining. Got lots of spectators with their shorts and their deck chairs out here and enjoying the sunshine at Cadwell Park. Yeah, the Supertwins battle, as you say, Tommy Downs now We don't know if Tommy's allowed to score points or not. I can't see why he wouldn't be, to be fair. But that battle between Houghton and May, that's obviously the critical one, because that's the championship battle that we're talking about there. Those guys are only separated by 9 points, and it was Craig who did the better job yesterday, wasn't it?
That's right, yep. Just having a look here. In fact, I don't suppose... Oh, actually, we've got a run from Josh Harvey here. So Josh Harvey and Matt Weatherall go side by side across the start-finish line there. And it's Weatherall who led Harvey. It's not updated yet, but it is now Josh Harvey who takes the race lead once more ahead of Matt Weatherall. So Matt Weatherall here, Keith, does have a fight on his hands.
Excellent stuff. Matt will actually relish this. He really does. He genuinely enjoys a good battle, and he's a top competitor, so he'll be very pleased indeed to see Josh Harvey giving him a hard time. So again, he tracks him just absolutely perfectly all the way down the long, what we laughingly call a straight here at Cadwell Park. And on his own, just behind them, Tommy Downs leads the Super Twins, Mercer and Russo having their own private battle, but we're going to concentrate on this lead battle as they come round. And yeah, I can see the red bike still out in front, so all of a sudden, Mr. Weatherall.
Here's one for you, Keith, just to very quickly interrupt. The Thunderbike Sport lap record, Mark Lister, from 14 years ago. A 1 minute 36.4, and on that previous lap, Josh Harvey, a 1 minute 36.312.
Oh, we'll have to make a note of that one, mate. That's definitely one for the books there. Need to keep an eye on these things. Well, I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Mr. Weatherall try and claim another one, because he did take the lap record for the class at Pembroke to claim his first lap record of the year. So that's obviously something you like in the books as well, because some of these lap records do stand for a long time as well. And I wouldn't be surprised with Josh Harvey setting the pace there if Mr. Weatherall was able to go a little bit quicker, if he could just find a bit of a gap. So this could be a cracking finale here. And bear in mind, this is only a 6-lap race. There's no double points or anything like that, so you really need to get to the front as quickly as you can.
No, you're absolutely right.
2 laps to go.
Yeah, penultimate lap now there, 4 down, 2 to go then, and it is Harvey leading Weatherall by just shy of half a second there. So Matt Weatherall has got some work to do if he wants to take this race lead and race win, more importantly. And it's in the 36s for Harvey, a 37.4 on that lap for Matt Weatherall. And let's have a look further down the order then. Downs, Russo, Mercer, and then Joe White will be the next rider across the line there. Ian Trackis just coming across the line now ahead of Ollie Arben. That is second and third in the Super Twins, but there's nothing to separate Harvey and Weatherall as they went over the top of the mountain then. So it seems that Matt Weatherall is slightly quicker than Josh Harvey over your side of the circuit, but it is Josh Harvey who has the advantage this side of the circuit. We have yellow flags going in towards Hall Bends here. So again, unfortunately, it is out of sight there. I don't know if you hear any chatter on the radio, but the yellow flag has just been put in now. But it seems as though somebody may have retired from this race in the Woodland section. But the race leader's in towards Mansfield.
Yeah, in towards Mansfield now up to the chicane, and you're right. It looks like Weatherall's tracking him very hard indeed. This is the first time we've seen Josh Harvey on this Thunderbike Sport bike as well, isn't it, this year?
That's right.
So all of a sudden, you do wonder what the season would have been like if he'd been here for the entire year. Just watching the clouds go. They're going over very quickly indeed here. So I feel a change in the weather might be coming. I'm not sure what's behind me, but it's definitely coming from that direction, from behind the commentary box here. So we'll have to wait and see if we get any precipitation at any point, but hopefully nothing's going to ruin what's going to be a cracking last lap here, and Weatherall's going to be trying everything he can to find a way past on his rival as they come out of Bard onto the front start-finish straight. And it is still, I'll tell you what, Harvey's looking quite dominant there. He's only fractions of a second ahead by a few bike lengths, but a quarter of a second or so. That could be a lifetime in this particular game. Now they come to Charlie's then, and Weatherall's tracking him very closely, trying to pick up the slipstream, trying to get the drive. He's got to within about 2 bike lengths there. Down the dip they go. I think Weatherall's got a little bit more there, but he's too far back surely to have any sort of a challenge. So I don't think we're going to see Matt back out in front as they come round. We've got some back markers coming around Charlie's, but I think they're going to be too far away. Somebody going very slowly at Charlie's. Hopefully that's well off the track, and yeah, they're going for the back door. That's not going to affect it. Here comes Weatherall then. I do wonder if he's going to have a challenge at Mansfield. How's his right arm feeling? He's going to find out. Here he comes. He's going to have a look. He's not going to be close enough to have a dive though. Harvey's got the line. Got the back markers at the chicane as they come out of Mansfield now. They disappear out of my sight. Weatherall down the inside of the chicane, mate. He's taken the lead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, he's got it. Matt Weatherall goes defensive in towards the bottom of the mountain there, so he is the new race leader. Number 9 leads number 11 then. Weatherall on the Suzuki ahead of Harvey on the Yamaha. This, of course, is the final lap then, so Matt Weatherall, that could have been a decisive decision then to take the race lead. There's not too many overtaking opportunities left now for Josh Harvey there, but if anyone can, Josh can, of course, a former champion in the Bemsee Championships then a few years ago now, but Weatherall from Harvey will keep her eyes very firmly planted on the exit of Barn. We're expecting them any time now then. Is it the number 9? Is it the number 11? Well, the answer is it's going to be another victory for Matt Weatherall then. That move at the chicane then proved enough then to take the race victory ahead of Josh Harvey by 0.7 of a second. And on that final lap there, Weatherall going, what's that, a second quicker than Josh Harvey. So your top two then across the line. Third place and first of the Super Twins is Tommy Downs. Next up is side-by-side between Dan Mercer, bike number 15, who just about pips Tony Russo to the post there. 23 1,000ths of a second between the 15 and the 69. Next up is the 77 of Joe White. That is 6th place overall, 5th place in class for Joe White. And next across the line, Ian Trackis, Martin Morris and Ollie Arvin. So the number 37, 3 and 32 then all across the line, and 37, 32 and 3 in that order. Malvern May up next. Looks like we've got a slight issue here for Darren Taylor. So Darren Taylor out of Barn. Is he going to be a retirement, or has he got enough momentum to coast it across the line there? But it's going to be Craig Houghton. Is that? Yes, it is. Craig Houghton comes across the line. Darren Taylor is coming across the line there, side by side between Logan Stone and Dan Black as well. But Darren Taylor pulled it off to the right-hand side.